All right, guys. Well, I've got 11 going out today, but it's snowy and gross, and all of it sold like after 6 o'clock last night. So not only do I not have to ship it today, I don't even have to ship it tomorrow, but I will ship it tomorrow. But I have a huge pile of things I'm going to try and get through. This is as crammed full of folded shirts as it could possibly be. You can see it's busting out the sides. And I went through it already and took out the junk that is stuff I'm going to donate. And then this pile, this top is the junk I'm going to donate. I'm just going to put it in that trash bag. And this is junk that's going to go in that trash bag and get donated. But boots, and there's that giant green vacuum, and this is all full of clothes, and the tripod from the other day. Let me just say, my wife is fantastic, because this is sitting like pretty close to the doorway and in between the living room and the kitchen in our house. So she is not having a cow at me for making this mess in our living room. But the reality is, it's not fair to ask Evelyn to go into the garage and she doesn't want to, when it's not insulated, it's not heated, and it's the end of January, it's cold. And so I try to get all this done in the house as best I can, and try not to make these kind of messes. So as long as I get this cleaned up, there aren't going to be problems with that. I mean, my wife's awesome. She's amazing. So there aren't going to be problems with it, even if I didn't get it cleaned up. But I feel a little bit bad about it. Evelyn decided we need to go to Goodwill again today. And like I said, it's not hard to convince me. And she's like, let's go, right? Now she's playing with the snow on her boots, because look outside. 4 inches thereabouts. So, can you do what?
Can I hold the camera and show how much the snowman fell down?
Oh, and our snowman fell down.
Yeah.
So the thought is, maybe nobody else is venturing out and we can go get lots of good stuff at Goodwill. That's the hope. Let's see what happens. Spoiler alert, if this is still in the video and didn't get cut, then we got close. You think we can make $500 to in sales? So things that comp and add up to $500.
Do you like to see my smile?
There's a big smile. You're so pretty. Say like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
See you in the Goodwill. So this little clock is nice looking, kind of mid-century modern style. I don't know. I mean, it takes a C battery, so it's not new. Okay, so this is big heavy casters, and I think they don't even know what's in here exactly. $3.97, and this is $5. It's got some skateboard trucks and some wheels. I don't know anything about it, but we're gonna take it and find it out. Okay, this for $30 is probably a pretty good deal. It's a turntable and a CD player. But I think we're gonna skip it because I don't need it. There's another weird taped up box. They're just getting lots of stuff they don't know what to do with. So they're just making taped boxes. What are these? Probably nothing. $3, but they're not. You found that? You like that little web chair? I think we're, no ma'am. No. I love you so much. We're not dealing with that.
I want to see something with this.
Those are Ariat pointy toes. $12.99. I think they're probably in the kind of condition to make them worth picking up at $12.99. Here's some bulk boxes of stuff they didn't feel like dealing with. Oh, I think this is probably, there was a huge box, and I think they probably just made 2 boxes out of it. Sounds like there's another new cart coming. Wow, she's a rainbow light up mermaid.
Yeah.
You really need that?
Yeah.
I think these might be good. Are these Loving Family? $7. What does it say? Moose Manufacturing. Which is like the... I think this might be a modern Loving Family thing. So at this point, I'm assuming that the dolls and the furniture are both Loving Family, but that doesn't turn out to be the case. So I think we're going to conservatively call this $40. This I'm going to have to comp. Obviously, it's not it's not new, but it's a little hard to figure out where we're at on my goal. I'm going to call this 15, just so that I have something to call it. So we're up to 55. We'll comp these Ariat boots and $1.99 this thing. Schaefer gold. So, I mean, it's just gold trimmings that aren't worth anything, but it might be a collectible thing I'm not familiar with. So these guys are maybe $20, but this exact one doesn't have any solds on it. And it's just too breakable to worry about. So I'm not going to grab that. I'm not going to count the 2 boxes of random weirdness. Let me look at these Ariats. So on the low end, these are kind of 40. So what are we at? 40, 80, what did I say, 15? So 95. I'm going to run out of battery pretty quick, so I'm going to be conservative with what I show you, but this is neat.
Oh.
The totes are boring. So I was coming down here to see these, and they would be good if they were even $10 or $11. But at $25, I'm not going to grab them. They're made in the US, size extra large, camouflage, and they would probably sell reasonably quick, but I might get $45 for them free shipping. I would be just derelict in my duties as a dad who spoils my kids and gives them everything if I didn't pick these up. I did not see this before. $1.44. Look at that. $1.99, and there's a minifig in it. So we're gonna, I mean, his hands don't match, but there is a figure in it. We'll see what's going on with this. Well, one good Loving Family deserves another. $9.50. And there's like Brother and some Ed Hardy. Even a lower percentage of this ended up actually being Loving Family. And more furniture. These look like some neat new old stock models made in Taiwan. That's probably older. It's hard to tell if they're all there, but they look kind of never opened. So I'm gonna work on these a second.
No.
What did you find?
A turtle?
A turtle, and it's $2.59. And are we keeping it forever?
No.
What are we gonna do with it?
Ship it?
Ship it? But you get to play with it and test it for a little bit first. And then I just saw this while I was talking to her about that. And it's interesting. Oh, it's a valance. So it's made from cool fabric. But I don't know that there's enough there to do anything else cool with. How much is it? Probably cheap. Nope. Not even cheap. So this is $7.23, but it's about guaranteed to be $30 plus shipping. And it's made in Korea, so it's part of that like late 90s. Nothing else is a Pepsi. Okay, so $2.99. This looks like the kind of thing that would be good. Presto salad shooter at $2.59, and then these Merrills at $5.99. So this is definitely a get, and if it's complete, it's fantastic. If it's not complete, then $2.99, we'll see what we do. So at $2.59, this is a get to either part out because it has the pusher and the cord and the blade, or maybe it'll sell the whole thing for $20. And then these Merrills are Merrill's are always a good brand, and these look, I mean, with that carbon fiber, they look higher quality than even a lot of Merrill's. So let's see what they are. Concourse is the name on these shoes. The number doesn't matter. Okay, that's for Evelyn. That's for Evelyn's mom, too. So that's at 70. Okay, so looking at this doll furniture stuff, in the video I said 70. I was counting them as $35 a piece, but I was assuming that they were all loving family, and those lots would probably be worth that conservatively if all of that furniture was loving family. But most of it is either Hobby Lobby or vintage other stuff. So these are the listings that I got from that. They add up to this number, and we will put that total in the video. I think we said 40 on these, so that puts us at 110. I don't know. I can't believe there's not a pile of money here, but I couldn't begin to guess. Let's call it 10 and see if we can get to 120. Do that again and call it 130. This I knew was 10. Evelyn's helping now, so that puts us at 140. It's for my son. I'm going to call this 40 right now. If it's not complete, who knows? Comps on this were way lower than I thought they were originally. So 20 bucks if it's complete, but it's not complete, so 0. So that puts us at 190. This was 15. So that puts us at 205. 205 and 20 is 225. We'll call these 20. I suspect they're better than that. But that puts us at, she put a candle in, but we're keeping that. This is actually $20, so 20, so 265. We're gonna be conservative on the Legos and call them 20 bucks, 285, even though Friends just came out with a Netflix series, so I suspect this is probably a hot commodity at the moment. This ended up being incomplete, but I think I can still part it out for right around 20 bucks. Stack of Stephen King books I paid 50 cents a piece for. I'm going to call those 20, and we'll be 300, I think is where we're at. This was 10 bucks. Green is half price, so I only paid 5 for this. This is about a $15 thing. So that puts us at 315. We're not going to make it. 335 if we're counting the dinosaurs, and then Harry Potter books might. So all of that stuff, we'll call it 350, and this will put us at 395. And then where did my receipt go? So we got, for $85.11, got ourselves somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 worth of listings. If I did the math right, but you can hear that I'm getting yelled at and wasn't paying enough attention. So I'll put the real number up here and then bid you adieu. Thank you for watching. So Goodwill has taken to doing this $3.80 and a box of, surely someone will buy this crap and get it out of our way. Let's see what there is in there. Okay, see if this works. So I'm just cutting this open. Sorry, dad's stuff. You know, that's what I do. So, cutting this open and getting the tape off of it. Don't cut towards yourself, kids. It's an easy way to lose a digit. Okay. Now that's a big bracket. Anti-tipping. This is an L bracket. An anti-tip L bracket of some sort. New in the package. Comes with the installation screws. This is a plug. And that's why when it said roll cart wheels and accessories, I was like, yeah, but there's also a light switch. So obviously they weren't too discerning about what they were putting in there. Levitron, but I mean, this is like a $4 light switch, so it's not really worth anything. And then there's these giant casters. There's these little casters. That's a bag of 4 like office chair casters. And then there's these giant casters, and these are fixed, and these are turn, and so you would make a cart with 2 of these on the front or the back and 2 of these on the other side. Assuming that I have, yeah. So there's another fixed and there's another turn. There's only one with a lock. So that's for wheels to make a cart. And then there's this. Sweet. Star. That, I mean, that's probably $10. And if they had put that on the shelf for 3 or 4, I'd have probably bought it. Number 10, made in Germany. So it's not even like a new Chinese one. I'll put up comps. And then there's 3 more of the same caster for the bottom of an office chair. And if you know, you know what those are. Allen wrenches for IKEA furniture. So the anti-tip bracket is for when you leave the door open and your unattended baby in a diaper crawls into the door and sits down and tips the hinge onto themselves. I don't think that seems as comical as it's drawn. I've never even seen a stove do that. But it's a protective part. You see her? You're on the screen, but just barely right there. From there. So this one was $5 and appears to be at least mostly skateboard wheels or maybe roller skate wheels. I don't know. It's wheels. More wheels. I guess I didn't even associate the 2 boxes together because they're both wheels. Those might be good for like a razor scooter, but they're used and they're not branded. So you guys can see my poles here. I know so little about this stuff that I put the computer right here to, if I find something that I know how to look up, anything with markings. World Industries. Now that's better. This is a 51 millimeter World Industries. And I think there's a set of those. Oh, that one doesn't have a bearing. That one doesn't have a bearing. So these are just rubbers. There are 4 of these 51 millimeter World Industries with no bearings. That literally says penny off a penny board. There's a pair of penny, but then probably that penny board had these on the back side because they're exactly the same size, but these are unbranded. Well, this is called a truck on a skateboard. So you have the truck, the bearing, the wheel, the nut, and the deck. And I'm sure all of these parts of the truck have a name, but that's enough knowledge for me because it's not even helping me out right now. Man, I was hoping there was a win in here. It's a Dark Star 51. Maybe those are quality wheels. Who knows? I feel like the World Industry ones are good. I feel like these might be good. So I would definitely say that the random cart parts for $4 was better than the skateboard parts for $5, mostly because I don't know anything about this stuff. So wheels, 3 trucks, a bag of bearings. Best bet at having anything is this Dark Star or World Industries, and then just some vintage wheels. These pennies, maybe. We'll just have to see. So I think what I'm going to do is just auction this stuff off at a penny. I have no idea what quality, like if these bearings are anything. I don't know anything about these wheels. Like these are the only things, these 4 and these 6 that are marked are the only ones I even know anything about. And they're not worth enough to spend a whole bunch of time researching, but also I don't want to throw them away. So I'm hoping if I start them at a penny, they'll get up to $6, $10, $15. And so this is Star X, made in Germany, probably $5 or $6 plus shipping. This isn't traditionally how I give you guys comps, but it's what works right this minute. So this is $22 free shipping for that same set, $10 plus shipping for that same very similar set. See, these are 2 fixed and 2 caster, 4 with 5-inch wheels, 8 plus $20 shipping. So I mean, I can make these fit into something much more reasonable. Can't tell if those are casters or rigid. Looks like it's 2 casters and 2 rigid, but they put the rigid up here so you can't tell if they're casters. Those are 16 and 23 shipping. So anyway, so probably $15 on those wheels. It was worth the gamble. So if this is, so 20 bucks on the one box, and I'm not even gonna count the other one because it's essentially trash. This is me going into McDonald's. I'm not going through the drive-thru because I can key my order in on the kiosk and not have to talk to a person in the drive-thru. I can just stand here and place my order and never have to talk to a human. It's so great. So this is the where my life is at, where I'm like, ooh, that thing means I don't have to talk to a human. I would say about 50% of the time I go through a drive-thru, the person says, is that it? Are you done? Do you need something else? Rather than saying it with any kind of polite tone. And I have 7 people that I'm ordering for most of the time. And I just drive off. Rather than put up with stupidity. I know they hate their job. I had that job. It's no fun. But it gets under my skin. So today I avoided that by not having to talk to people. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I put in my order. I put in the money. And she called the number and sat it on the counter. No peopling. That's my new favorite thing. It was fantastic. I did not have to talk to a human at all. It was great. Yeah. I knew I didn't have the drive-thru in me. I just knew they were going to say something dumb and I was going to drive away without finishing the order. So I got it done inside. It's about adapting.